People think that we see things with our eyes. We don't. We actually see things with our mind first, and then our eyes will see it after that. If your mind is blind to the possibility that's out there, your eyes will be blind to the opportunity that's there. Whatever you think about eXp, like, you know, all these different things out there, suspend it, and I'm gonna go over with you what it is. Why is it the fastest growing company right now? In the last 2 years, it went from 20,000 agents, we have almost 100,000 agents now in 2 years. It's insane. And again, 9 out of 10 of them still aren't with us. So that speaks to there's still massive growth out there. These questions were posed to me and they're hugely informational and important. The first question is, have I found the opportunity that's going to take care of me and my family for the rest of my life? And then the second question is, if you haven't found it, are you looking for it? Okay. I am forever grateful to Aaron that he, and you guys know Aaron, he came to, we met, I forgot even how we met. Mega introduced us, and we just knew that we were a good fit. Our moral compasses went in the same direction, and 6 or 7 years later, like, my life's taken a complete turn. We're all really just one relationship away from changing your life, your family tree, your life forever. It's one relationship. So with this information I'm going to show you, once you see it, you can't unsee this info. Like, if you're ambitious and you're hardworking and you're ethical, once you see it, it's in your brain and you're going to be like, wow, I had no idea. So this is powerful stuff that I'm going to show you. Okay. Most realtors, they don't plan for financial freedom. They don't do it. We are, again, as good as our next transaction. And it's hard. It's a hard grind, especially in the market we're in right now. It is hard. Okay. So they're on that transaction. I was on it too. How many deals can I get done? And we need deals are great to raise cash. To raise cash for what? To either buy real estate or to invest in something else, whether it's a stock market or more real estate. That's what transactions will do. But most agents are not being coached. 80% of agents don't even have an assistant. So they're doing everything themselves and on the treadmill, not planning for their freedom. Okay. So it's important. We do see big challenges in the real estate. It's changing. Real estate is changing. So why are we disrupting the industry? This is powerful stuff here. Sach, you remember Blockbuster, right, Dave?
Yeah. Oh, I remember Blockbuster.
Yeah. So Blockbuster, you know, I think it was back in like 08. I think it was 08. They were like, you know, everybody was driving through Blockbuster to rent your movies. And Blockbuster thought that was always going to be the case, and they would have no problem charging you $5 late fees too. People are just going to pay it. And then what came along and changed life as we know it? Well, how does Netflix have its platform? What are they on? The internet. The internet came and changed everything. The internet made life an anywhere, anytime thing. You can get anything you want, anywhere, anytime on the internet. So Blockbuster, the guys who own Netflix went to Blockbuster in like 2008 or 9 and wanted to sell it to them for like $50 million. And this guy's like, what are you, out of your mind? Like, I think his name was Jim. It's the next slide. Jim Keys. Yeah. Jim Keys. Speaking to the Motley Fool, neither Redbox or Netflix are even on our radar in 2008. And these guys went to them and said, buy Netflix, 15 million, twice. They went on a ski resort. I think it was in Colorado. They went to a ski resort and found this guy. And he's like, get out of here. Like, what are you guys, nuts? Circuit City, same thing. They're not even on the planet anymore. Amazon completely crushed them. What are they? A trillion? Are they a trillion now? This is the same thing. These traditional, like, brick and mortar brokerages that cost $30,000 to $40,000 a month to run. That's all they are. All real estate companies are like platforms to process transactions. And now eXp, this is why we're now disrupting the industry, because we are these guys. I can even do another one. Do you guys ever see any yellow cabs in Hoboken anymore?
No, I'm not really.
Where do we go now?
Uber.
Does Uber own anything? No. They own nothing. And they're worth, I don't know how many billions of dollars. Same thing. Airbnb. Airbnb is valued more than Hilton. This is a brick and mortar. Do they own anything? Nothing. They own nothing. And they're valued almost double, and it's more now than what Hilton is. And Hilton's been around for Lord knows how many years. This is how previous brokerages that I was a part of go. All of them go this way. So you have a king or queen at the top. This is like this is old feudalism, like in the 1800s, 1700s, even earlier than that. You have a king or queen, which is the CEO of the company, and what they do is they sell regions to regional owners, which would be like the nobles back in the day. And then what those regional owners do, those nobles, they go out and they sell offices to the knights or the local owners of these different offices. Keller, Caldwell, Remax. Those office owners own those offices that were sold to it by the regional owners. And then what do? Those local owners of these different brokerages, what do? They try to hire us as agents. Where are we in this pyramid? We are in the bottom. We are peasants. There was a different company that I used to be a part of, Keller Williams, and they came out with profit sharing, which was great because every traditional brokerage didn't have that. They kind of like were the innovators. Well, we're going to give part of the profits of the office to agents. Okay, but the problem with profit sharing is it's bottom line income. It's not top line income. So you have your 30 to 40 grand a month you have to do. There's expenses that cost that office to run. And then there's the $6,000 that you get charged every year that goes right to Gary Keller.
25 cents for a piece of paper.
Okay. So now you're seeing, and I was a part of it. So, but it was a good idea in theory, but then a better idea came out. Because again, this is bottom line income. So once that's all done, the 40 grand's paid, the cost of print a sheet is paid, the 6,000 they take out of your commission every year that goes to Gary Keller. And then does the office have to be profitable for Gary to get that money? No, they charge you that no matter what. Now with the market being the way it is, you're seeing caps start to go up because these offices they're not profitable. They can't be in this market. So you're seeing fees go up and caps go up. Some of these caps in these offices around here, $25,000 to $30,000 just to cap out. eXp 16. So what did we do? We just eliminated all of that middle pyramid. There's no region, there's no owner, there's no staff. It goes from the top to the agent. And it goes right there. This is what you get. You are the owner of the company. This is a very powerful statement because it's true. You will never, ever get rich renting out your time for money. Okay. You have to own equity. When you rent out time for money, that's basically like saying you're going to go to an office for 9 hours a day. So what you're doing is you're trading out your time, that 9 hours, for whatever money you're going to get every 2 weeks. You have to own equity in order to get profitable and to be wealthy. Okay. The only company right now that offers this is us. The brokerage is in the cloud. There's no monthly expenses. There's no office to run, so there's no monthly expenses. And you're getting paid like you're the owner of the company. Because we all need leverage. Okay. Leverage is key. So you either can have labor leverage. Somebody works for you and does some of the things for you, which is like an assistant. Capital. So you have money working for you, whether you're investing it, a product or a service. And, like a service can be like social media. So this is an innovation curve, and this is going to be important for, there it is, 20 to 84,000. It's almost 100 now, just so you know. So there's plenty of room for growth. The early adopters in any kind of innovation curve, these are the risk takers. Okay. These are people that are not risk averse. They see something and they just go and they invest in it or they go for it. Okay. The early majority tends to be people that are kind of like the where are we now? They see a bunch of people like, yeah, I can see some people getting involved in it. I'm going to get involved in it. Late majority are like the FOMO people. They have a fear of missing out. They see that there's this massive influx of people taking advantage of this, and they're going to go do it too. So they're the ones that they have to see it first, then they'll believe it. And then the laggards are people that are like still using flip phones and shit. Like that's who these people they don't believe it. Right now in eXp, I think we're probably still like right here. We're in this area, this early adopter, early majority, because 9 out of 10 agents aren't with us. Okay. So we're still in this area here. So there is tons of room for growth. So this is important. This is the cash flow quadrant. Okay. Now, if you are on the left-hand side of this, either you're an employee, you have like a job with a W-2, or self-employed, this side, you get taxed the most. You will always be taxed the most on that side. Okay. And you'll basically probably working till you retire. And this is the side where you trade time for money. Okay. This side, business owner and investor, this is a side that gets you financially free in 3 to 5 years. This is a side that you have leverage. Okay. As a business owner or as an investor, when you're investing and then the investment pays you back money. All right. So this is where with eXp, you're now a business owner because you own part of the company. And then as an investor, we'll get into the rev share component, which is one's one, one's the other. What is your financial free? Like if I make this, I'm financially free. Like if I make 10 grand a month, like I'm good. I don't have to work anymore. I can work at my leisure instead of having to do it. Okay. You would need for 10 grand a month, you need to earn $120,000 in residual income. To have that residual income, 120 a year, you have to have invested $2.4 million at 5% a year to get that. Okay. 10,000 a month. If it's 5, and that's generally like if you're banging out 10 grand a month in passive, this isn't earned income. This is passive income. Okay. If you're doing that, you're going to be pretty much, you're pretty set. All right, unless you're living like this lavish life. All right. So this is Aaron. Obviously, we all know Aaron. So this is he's my senior partner. Okay. Aaron's only been responsible. I think that number now is like 44. He's only been responsible for bringing in 44 people partnering with him. But those 44 people brought in, that number now is 201. Okay. This was like a month ago. They brought in all of those agents. Okay. That was his rev share check last month. Just revenue share from agents partnering with him. That's what he's going to make this month. That's what he made the month before. Could that help you? Sure as hell would help me. So that's just, and again, it's not even like he's doing this these agents wanted to partner with him. And because they partnered with him, they brought in the other 150 agents, 160 agents. They brought him in. So all right, let me go backwards. 11,250 was his rev share check last month. That is $2.6 million you would have had to invest to get that each month in the market. What are the odds that in your lifetime you're gonna invest and earn $3 million? To invest that, you'd have to make, let's say it's 2.4. You'd have to make like 4.8 with taxes, self-employed tax, your taxes, your expenses. You have to earn double that. So you're going to make almost $5 million to invest that. This is the King Daddy, Lars. Lars is the king of scaling your business, but he's on par with us as far as we all just kind of have this gift of just wanting to share and help others become massive successes. He's along with that. You guys haven't met him yet, but phenomenal guy. He only recruited 42 agents. 42 came to partner with him. But those 42 agents, that number now is 1610, 1620, something like that. That was his rev share check last month. Last month, not year. This is I want you to grasp the opportunity that I'm showing you. That's some people's yearly salary. And he's getting that every month. Just from adding value to agents, and they see him and they're like, I want to show me what you're doing. I want to partner with you. That's all it is. That's all it is. When you close your first deal, you'll get 200. When you close your first deal and you're partner with me, I'll get 400. Okay. So anybody you bring in their first deal, you're going to get $400 in stock. And that happens every year. Every year. Okay. So Aaron's only been with the company, shit, a year and 3 months. Yeah. Because we were at KW together. He's been at the company a year and 3 months. So when you do 80,000 in GCI, which is gross commission, so you do 80,000, which is not a lot. What's that? $2 million worth of real estate here. You'll earn your 80,000. When you do 20 deals on top of that, which is again in this, it's 2 a month. You get 8. Your cap is 16,000. You get 8 of that back. Half of your cap you get back in stock. So he got that. If you invested 100 grand in Remax, that's Remax. You would have made $34,000. House, you would have made 29 grand there. Same time period, if you invested eXp in 5 years, you would have made almost $400,000. What is more likely for you to? You're going to earn $5 to $7 million in the next 20 to 30 years? Or can you think you can partner up and have 10 to 15 agents partner with you in the next 2 to 3 years? Now, all of these brokerages offer something. Like, different brokerages will offer you training and all this stuff. What do we offer? You get a free group coaching call once a week. That coaching call is $250 a month. Okay? That's free with once a week, and it's with Aaron. And you guys can role play with him. You guys can, any kind of scenario you have coming up with a seller or a buyer, whatever you want to do. But you get free role play group. The listing presentation's $500. The one in the morning, that's the role play is $500. So it's $1,000 a year. You get that for free, and I run that. You get the online classes and the scripts, which you guys obviously get. Aaron has a huge Udemy section, which has for sale by owner, expired, just listed, just sold, pre-qual, listing presentation, objections. You get it all. These are underrated in my mind, these mastermind groups. So there are 3 of them. I am part of the one that is you have to earn 250 to 500,000 in GCI a year. I'm part of that one. There's like 8 or 9 of us in that. There's another one that's 750,000 and above. That's the one Lars and all those guys are in. That's once a week we do a call. And then there's a women's mastermind where there's all of these really super powerful women across the country. And I know a lot of them in there. And Aaron's wife runs it. Carla runs it. That's free too. So those are the ideas and the things that are talked about in these masterminds. Like you can't get you're in proximity to people making hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars a year. eXp has what's called Sky Slope, which I think you know. Yeah. So we have assistants and people that will help you get familiar with Sky Slope and the CRM that we use. Now I use Follow Up Boss as a CRM. I love Follow Up Boss, but we have also one, I believe in it, I think it's free, that we have a systems, Carla, Aaron's wife, runs the systems training. I would advise you to take advantage of that. The scripts and courses, and then these webinars and stuff that Lars and Aaron run. And Jose Luis, you guys know Jose Luis. Jose Luis, shoot, man, he's the one who's been begging, was begging Aaron, but he was in Aaron's ear all the time to join eXp, and Aaron was like, no. When we were at Keller Williams. And then finally Aaron saw it, was like, all right, hang on. Came to me and was like, you got to see this. Like, this is what we're here. This is what we are here. And then we both, he made the move, and shortly after I did too. There isn't any other company that offers all of this value stack that you're holding in your hand. That nobody else offers that. From people that have done it too. Aaron sold 200 homes a year twice. That's like 15 listings a month. He did that twice. Yeah. And 100 homes a year for 10 years. So it's like, and so you're around people that have done it. It's not some coach who's, done $1 million a year twice, and now he's coaching you on how to do it. Like you're working now with like the best of the best. Sound good? Cool. So I'm sharing this with you two because I want you two to start to take advantage of that when we start to really work together and you're official. I will work with you on how to work that. For now, I would just tell you, like, when I do these events, bring people here. I'll do the work. I don't care. And then you'll get to a point where you're hosting them. There's these misnomers and these crazy theories about eXp and stuff, and I don't understand where it came from, but they're not true. You own part of the company. You're an owner. How you communicate this to others and provide value to them and let me provide the value to them. You can just bring them to me and I will help train them to be successful agents, to go out into the public and serve the way that they should and the way that the public deserves to be. And I'll take care of the rest. You just bring them. You're on a call with a guy who's earning $2-3 million a year in gross commission income and passive income. You're on a call with him once a week. Like that's proximity's power, man. I just wanted you guys to see this so you can understand what the opportunity that you have is. And this is the opportunity. I can't really get into this with you two, like, now, because we're not there yet. But once that date hits, yeah, rock and roll. I will walk you through how to do that.
I wanted to quickly just go over some points regarding the jury's decision
with regards to brokerages conspiring to keep real estate transactions